So let me ask you a question. How do you build a career that doesn't just survive change, but actually thrives on it? I mean, in a world that feels like it's reinventing itself every single year, this isn't just some abstract idea. It's the core challenge that's going to define your entire professional future.
Well, the answer isn't just to work harder. It's about having a much better blueprint. And today, we're diving into a really powerful one, the McKinsey.org Forward program. You should think of it as a learning journey, one designed to give you the precise skills you need to not just navigate, but actually lead in today's workplace.
And in the next 2 minutes, that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to trace this entire journey together. We'll touch on every single core module, from the deep inner work of self-awareness all the way to the practical skills that create real-world impact. By the end, you'll have a complete map of how this thing is structured. So, let's dive in.
Okay, so the Forward program isn't just some random collection of business tips you could find anywhere. Nope. It's a carefully designed blueprint where every single piece builds logically on the one that came before it. It's all built around 6 core modules that, when you put them together, create a complete path to professional growth. And here it is, the entire 6-step journey laid out. It all starts with self-awareness. That's the foundation. From there, it helps you build inner resilience. Then it teaches you problem solving, sharpens your communication skills, helps you foster relationships, and finally, it makes sure you can sustain your well-being for the long haul. This is our roadmap for today. So let's start right at the beginning. The entire program kicks off with the most foundational step there is, self-awareness. Why? Well, because you just can't build a strong future if you don't have a clear and, an honest understanding of where you're starting from right now. So how do you even build that foundation? Well, the program starts you off with something called a skills reflection. Now, this isn't a test. It's more like a guided self-assessment to help you look inward honestly. The goal here isn't judgment, not at all. It's about creating a personal map of your own strengths and pinpointing the most fertile ground for your growth. And this whole process guides you to ask one really critical question. Looking ahead, what are the 3 skills that will truly define your future? Getting clear on this isn't just a random exercise. It is the essential first move toward intentional, focused growth. All right, so once you know your starting point, it's time to build the mental engine for the journey ahead. This is all about inner resilience. It's the mental framework that's going to support every other skill you're about to develop. And at the heart of all this is the idea of a growth mindset. Really, it's just the core belief that your talents aren't fixed. They can be developed through dedication and hard work. And this simple shift in perspective, it changes everything. It turns challenges from things you might fear into opportunities you actually seek out to learn and to grow.
But how do you make a growth mindset practical, right? Well, the program introduces this brilliant tool, the habit loop. It's a super simple framework of a cue, a routine, and a reward. And once you really get this cycle, you can start intentionally designing positive habits, turning things like daily learning or managing stress into behaviors that are just automatic.
Now, with that resilient mindset in place, we can finally move from the internal to the external. It's time to start constructing your practical toolkit. And the first major tool in that kit is structured problem solving, a skill that is, believe me, universally valuable in any role you'll ever have.
The program teaches this really robust 7-step method for problem solving. And as you can see, it's just a logical flow from defining the real problem all the way to developing a powerful recommendation. This isn't just about finding an answer. It's about a repeatable process for finding the right answer every single time.
But look, a brilliant solution is totally useless if it just stays in your head. I mean, if you can't communicate it, it has 0 impact. And that's exactly why the next module is all about designing your influence and turning those great ideas into actual action.
To help with this, the program gives you a memorable framework called EPIC. It starts with E for empathy, really understanding your audience. Then it's about having a crystal clear P for purpose. Next is structuring your I for insight, and finally, planning the C for the conversation itself. Following this, make sure you're not just talking, you're truly connecting.
And for that insight part, here's one of the most powerful tools out there, the famous pyramid principle. The idea is so simple, but it's revolutionary. Instead of building up to a conclusion, you start with it. Lead with your main point, then provide the supporting arguments. It is a total game changer for clarity and impact. And this gets to a really crucial difference, summary versus synthesis. See, a summary just lists the facts, but a synthesis, which is what the pyramid principle helps you create, tells you what those facts mean. It's the leap from what
to so what. And that leap is the absolute hallmark of strategic thinking. Okay, now for the final and absolutely crucial pieces of the puzzle. The last two modules focus on the human systems that make all of this stuff sustainable. This is all about building the strong relationships that support you, and, just as importantly, managing your own energy and well-being so you can thrive for the long haul.
The program frames well-being as a holistic system, one that rests on 4 interconnected pillars: physical, mental, social, and even spiritual, which can just mean your sense of purpose or your passions. The key insight here is that this isn't about avoiding burnout. It's about intentionally managing your energy across all these areas so you can perform at your best sustainably.
And this is not a selfish act. As this powerful idea from Peter Drucker reminds us, your first job as a leader is managing your own energy. And why is that? Because you simply can't effectively lead or support anyone else if your own tank is running on empty.
So as we kind of zoom out, you can really start to see it. This isn't just a list of skills. It's a totally integrated system, a cycle of continuous growth where each module logically prepares you for what's coming next. This right here is the transformation blueprint. You start by understanding yourself, then you build the mindset to grow, you get the tools to solve problems, you learn to share your solutions effectively, and finally, you create the personal systems to sustain that success for your entire career. It's the whole package.
And that was a quick overview of the entire book. And remember, every chapter has its own full breakdown video on the channel, so you can dive deeper into each part whenever you're ready.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And at the end of the video, you'll see the channel logo. Click it to support the channel even more.